guys! Welcome to the channel. The benefit of this banana bread recipe is that you don't need a fancy mixer. All you need is a whisk or fork to mix the batter in a mixing bowl. You can use any type of sugar. It can be white, raw, brown, or washed sugar. You can include a cup of chopped raisins or chocolate chips if you want. Or put the batter into a loaf pan and make sliced banana bread instead. Today I decided to DIY cupcake liners or muffin liners for this recipe. I have a sheet of baking paper. You can cut 25 square millimeter pieces or depend on the size of the cupcake pan as long as it fits in the muffin pins. I choose to make these liners because right now cup liners are expensive, so I thought of making them. So let's get started. I just pressed the square sheet really hard in between of these pans that honestly does the job. And if they are not shaped yet, just press them all over again. And as you can see, as I removed the top pan, it turned out pretty well as long as it shaped the cupcake that we are ready to go. I got these free overripe bananas in our local community center. When I saw them, I quickly thought of an idea of making banana bread. This is Cavendish banana. I put them in this carton box for safekeeping. Let's do this! I am not here to teach you how to cook, but I'm gonna show you that anyone can cook.
Can we just get started already? I'm late for my coma.
And when I say anyone can cook, I mean anyone can cook. In a measuring cup, melt half a cup of butter. Set aside. In a large mixing bowl, smash up 4 overripe bananas. Add 1 banana if you have smaller ones. When people say they are going bananas, it means they are going crazy. You are going bananas when you hear this. Fruitful info. This banana was created in this extravagant place in England. Yes, in England, but they are not from England. They are originally from Asia. There are thousands of any different kinds of bananas. Excuse me. Just about the end of the 18th century, in the event called World's Fair, where people show off their new technology. At the expo, banana was one of the crowd's favorite. When the banana industry started, the indispensable part of their trade model is to control everything, like every single thing. Basically, to control the wage of the workers in a banana plantation. So just to make sure that the bananas can be so cheap, they implemented military force. Banana companies took over the most part of Central America. Colombia, Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala, Belize, mostly the Latin America. Then add half a cup of white sugar and 3/4 cup of brown sugar. Mix well. Next, we will be adding half a cup of solid butter and half a cup of cooking oil. Yes, vegetable oil mixed well. Baking info. Leavening means a substance used in dough or batter to make it rise. Processes they obtain the capacity to trap air bubbles. That's why it has a light and airy consistency and enjoyable mouthfeel. It contains small amount of water and evaporates while baking, providing baked goodies a better rise. All on the contrary is 100% in fat and it contains 0 water and 0 air. It doesn't give any leavening. It won't grasp any volumes of air, but it provides moistness and softness in baking goods. Add 4 pieces of eggs. Use a balloon mix to whisk together until well combined. I don't mean about the inflatable balloon combined with a whisk. Add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Measure a cup of all-purpose flour or plain flour and a cup of almond meal. Add it to the batter mixture. Add 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Mix well until blended. Line the cupcake liners in the cupcake pan. If you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed making it, please do remember to give a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and of course hit the notifications button so you don't miss any of the latest updates. A single-sized cupcake on this pan is just a quarter of a cup of this batter mixture. And let us know in the comment section what food you want us to try next, or if you tried this recipe. I love hearing from you guys. Put walnuts on top of every single cupcake batter mixture. If you don't want it, that's okay. Pop these into preheated oven for about 45 to 50 minutes.
Moments later.
When testing to see if cakes are done, toothpicks are the go-to tool. For the classic cake toothpick test, you simply insert a wooden toothpick near the center of the cake. If the toothpick comes out clean, the cake is done. If you want to know how to cook Filipino dish in an easiest way orthodox of cooking and baking, links in the upper right, not left this time, of this video. Let it cool for 5 minutes in the pan and then transfer to our wire rack to cool completely. Be sure to subscribe and check out the rest of our videos where you can find easy recipes to try at home. I just get so disappointed when I buy this store-bought banana bread. It's just cake and sugar, that kind of stuff, but in this one, I will guarantee you that this is real banana bread. Fluffy, moist, soft, that kind of peel away on a single bite. Moment of silence, please. One of the famous Japanese dish is chicken katsu curry, the wonderful combination of crispy fried chicken and Japanese curry together with steamed rice. If you love curry with a sweet and mild spice, this Japanese curry that is made from the store-bought block of curry roux is definitely worth the try. So let's begin. I, approximately, always brine my chicken before frying. Why? Video link in the description or on the upper right of this video. You can check them later. These have been brined for almost 2 days, so I need to wash them carefully so it will trim down the saltiness. Drain into a colander. Peel 1 small or 1 medium size of potato. Then, peel small to medium size of carrots. Dice the potatoes into small chunks. Remove the both ends of the carrot. Cut the same of the potato. Put the same container as the potatoes. Set aside. Peel a small onion. Roughly chopped. Set aside. Dice 6 to 8 cherry tomatoes or 2 medium-sized tomatoes. Set aside. Cut 2 stalks of celery. Roughly cut them into bit size. Did you know that in ancient Greece, Isthmian Games, a festival of athletic and musical competitions in honor of the sea god Poseidon? The Isthmian Games were especially popular with Athenians. The victor's prize was dry wild celery. Would you imagine that celery being the prize for your effort and sacrifices? Moving on. Pound the garlic. 3 to 4 cloves. Set aside. I am using this store-bought SNB Golden Curry Sauce Mix. Break into pieces. Set aside. Let's prepare the chicken pieces. In a plastic bag, roll the pieces into this flour mixture. Full ingredient is in the description below. It's a mixture of plain flour, rice flour, ground black pepper, paprika, salt, and MSG. As you know, MSG makes everything better. Wait, if you are sad, put MSG. If you are happy, put more MSG. That's simple. Place the chicken in the flour mixture one by one so it will be coated well. Shake off the excess. Place them in the baking tray or large plate or in any container they have. Let them sit for about 15 minutes or so. If they are not covered enough, coat another layer by placing them in the flour mixture. Wait for the flour mixture to be absorbed fully. Bet you think I forget, but not. I'm not here to teach you how to cook, but I'm gonna show you that anyone can cook. And when I say anyone can cook, I mean anyone can cook. And when I say anyone can cook, I mean anyone can cook. In a large heavy based pan, over medium to high heat, put 2 to 3 tablespoons of cooking oil. Add the garlic, stir and saute until aromatic. Put in the celery and then onion and then stir. And then we add the tomatoes. Wait for the tomatoes to caramelize. Don't forget to stir once in a while so it won't stick on the bottom. Add a teaspoon of cumin powder. Freshly ground coriander seeds, optional. Then freshly ground black pepper. I repeat! Get ready to cover your ears. Freshly ground! Stir. Add a table of soy sauce. Then, next is the potatoes and carrots. Mix until blended completely. Stir. Pour in the 1 to 1.5 liters rice water or plain water. Stir. Then add the SNB Golden Curry. Mix, then cover the lid. Let it boil. Then turn to low heat. Simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes or until the vegetables are cooked. Rice water is basically the water that you use to rinse the rice. Due to its starch component, it is often used as a natural thickener in stews or other dishes. It also adds depth to the flavor of the dish. While waiting for that to cool completely, heat pan or wok. When wok is already smoking hot, add the cooking oil for frying. I am mixing used oil and fresh oil because used oil gives better flavor in fried food. Wait until smoking hot. Place chicken cuts as many as you can, but don't go overcrowding them. They need social distancing. Fry the chicken, turning the cuts occasionally so they don't burn. Cook them thoroughly. 15 minutes or so depending on size or until golden brown. Remove, then place in a paper towel to drain the excess oil. Let's get back to the curry. Stir to ensure the sauce mixes are completely melted and ingredients are tender. I think this curry is ready to be served. Now you can turn off the heat. Now, let's do the plating. Don't forget to include steamed rice. Definitely steamed rice for this dish. If you want to know how to cook Filipino dish in an easiest way or to know some cooking and baking, links in the upper right, not left of this video. But don't leave yet, you are required to finish this video. Thank you for supporting. Hey, if you're not subscribed yet, smash the subscribe button and the bell right now so you don't miss any latest videos uploaded on YouTube. And let us know in the comment section what food you want us to try next, or if you try this recipe. I love hearing from you guys. Hey repeaters, I hope you all having a good time while you are watching this video. With this recipe, we will prepare something that is inexpensive and lots of spring onions because I have heaps of them in our garden. First off, we need to wash all vegetables. Spring onions, green beans, bean sprout, remove the bean shell if necessary. If you are not subscribed yet, smash the subscribe button and the bell right now to see the latest videos uploaded. Drain the excess water. Set aside 2 or 3 small carrots. Slice half of large onion thinly. Vegetable spring is one of the most popular fried appetizer in many Asian cuisines, but this version of spring rolls are usually filled with cabbage, carrots, or a few other vegetables. Set aside roughly chopped celery. This is the leaf of the celery, by the way. A handful of spring onion, 12 or 13 pieces. Cut into small pieces but not too small, around 18 to 10 millimeters. Yep, I approximately measure them. Put in a large plate to set aside. Next is the green bean. Remove the both ends, then cut them at the same size as the spring onion. One stalk of celery, cut into small pieces. Put in the same plate. Pound 3 cloves of garlic. Grate the carrot, or you can dice them too. I am not here to teach you how to cook, but I'm gonna show you that anyone can cook. And when I say anyone can cook, I mean anyone can cook. And when I say anyone can cook, I mean anyone can cook. In a wok over medium heat with half to 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. Saute the onion. Add in the pounded garlic. Stir. Next, add the green beans together with celery stalk. Mix until well blended. Pour 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Add the grated carrot. Then the bean sprout. While mixing, cook around 20 or 25 seconds. Lastly, put in the spring onion and celery. Mix until well combined. I need to add a bit of salt to taste. Turn off the heat, set aside and let it cool. Make sure the veggie mixture cools off before wrapping to prevent them from soggy texture. Prepare the spring roll wrapper by filling off them one by one. In a small container, put 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. Dilute this in the 2 teaspoons of water. Mix well until fully combined. This will be our paste to close the spring rolls. Place the wrapper on the surface so that the corner is facing toward you. Put around 2 or 2.5 tablespoons of the mixture per spring roll and place it about 2 inches or 25 millimeters from the corner that is closest to you. Roll it over according to this video. Seal the end of the wrapper by putting diluted cornstarch on the edges of the wrapper. Place each spring roll on a plate. This spring roll recipe makes about 10 pieces or 12 pieces total. To fry the spring rolls. In a small pan, heat 1/3 full cooking oil slowly over medium heat until it reaches 180 degrees Celsius or 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Drop 4 pieces of spring rolls into the oil. Don't overcrowd the pan. Make 3 or 4 batches. Then flip over the other side. Remove and drain on paper towel or just simply drain the excess oil. Let us prepare the dipping sauce. Small dice half of medium onion. We Filipinos just love sour dipping sauce. This dipping sauce is also perfect for crispy pata, lechon kawali, barbecue, and many other grill or fried dishes. Place in a container. Measure half a cup of vinegar. 1 teaspoon of fish sauce. 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, cut in half. 2 bird's eye chilies. And 1/4 cup of hot or lukewarm water to dilute sourness of the vinegar. Add another teaspoon of soy sauce. Pound the garlic, 2 cloves. And freshly ground black pepper. I repeat, freshly ground! Taste before serving and tweak if needed. Mix well. Now let us do the plating. Be sure to subscribe and check out the rest of our videos where you can find really easy recipes. Well, not that easy. Well, just moderately easy recipes to try at home. Links in the description below. If you want to know how to cook Filipino dish in an easiest way or to know some cooking and baking, links in the upper right of this video. It's not left now. Then serve while it's piping hot. Moment of silence, please. Kring, 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 kring. See you in the next videos, my dear repeaters. Goodbye. 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 Repeaters, I cannot believe how good is this recipe that we are going to cook. Rice pudding cooks in coconut cream for rich flavor. It is more like a rice pudding than a soup. It can be served as dessert or a snack, and surprisingly, it can be eaten as breakfast too. This is coconut rice pudding with sweet corn or Ginataang Mais in Filipino. It's made with only a few ingredients and it tastes great when it's served hot. Place 1 and 1 1/4 cups of jasmine rice. Glutinous rice would be the best option, but in the absence of glutinous rice, jasmine rice is a great alternative. Rinse twice. Don't rinse the rice too much so you don't wash away the extra starch, which could make the porridge or pudding thick and starchy. Then add 3 to 4 cups of water. I am not here to teach you how to cook, but I'm gonna show you that anyone can cook. And when I say anyone can cook, I mean anyone can cook. And when I say let it boil over high heat, anyone can cook, I mean anyone can cook. While waiting for that to boil, let's prepare for the coconut milk. Open 2 of 400 milliliters of coconut cream, or ml for short. The ratio of liquid or water, including coconut milk, to the rice and the duration you cook on it will establish its consistency and texture. There's no absolute rule for this. It just determines on how you like it. You can make some experimentation to find what you like. For this, a cup of white rice, add from 6 to 8 cups of liquid. So if you're putting 2 of 400 milliliters, ml for short, of coconut milk, which is equivalent to 3 cups, then add another 3 to 4 cups of water. Add the coconut cream. Stir until coconut cream dissolves. Turn the heat from high to moderate. Start adding 1/4 cup of sugar, then gradually add extra sugar depending on your desired sweetness for about 1 tablespoon. Then taste it. And if it still needs to be sweetened, add another tablespoon. Better to drink water after each taste tests for taste buds rebounding as water cleans your tongue. You can obtain the full recipe in the video description below. Since we are not using glutinous rice, we need to stir the rice mixture until it becomes thicker. I did this for about 30 to 45 minutes. Yes, 30 to 45 minutes. While I continue stirring this, did you know that 65% of you repeaters are not subscribed yet? Don't forget to subscribe, ring that notification bell, and hit that like button, or else somebody is gonna chase you. See? You can't escape these people. Generally speaking, you want to cook the rice for about 40 to 45 minutes. Add 1.5 or 2 cups of sweet corn kernel. This amount of time will give a fairly thick consistency similar to oatmeal pudding. Now remember, we're not cooking a fluffy tender rice here, so don't be afraid to cook this until the rice starts to break apart and lose its shape. You may even go up for up to 1 hour. Just keep an eye on it until you get the desired texture and consistency. Add a teaspoon of vanilla essence or vanilla extract. While the rice is thick and enough like this one, it's ready to turn off the heat. This is optional. I got an idea. It is always important not just build flavor but to build texture too. So I am frying some bacon. No one truly knows when the world became obsessed with bacon. Way back in 1500 BC, salted pork belly first appeared in China. In Middle English, the term bacon or bakun referred to all pork in general. In a frying pan over medium heat, put a generous amount of cooking oil. The term bacon comes from various Germanic and French dialects. It derives from the French word bacon, Old High German bako. Then fry the bacon until golden brown. Before the Industrial Revolution, bacon was generally produced on local farms and in domestic kitchens. The world's first commercial bacon processing plant was opened in Wiltshire in the 1770s by John Harris. The phrase, "bring home the bacon," comes from the 12th century when a church in Dunmow, England offered a side of bacon to any man who could swear before God and the congregation that he had not fought or quarreled with his wife for a year and a day. Any man that could bring home the bacon was highly respected in his community. Now let's do the plating, or should I say bowling. Remember, you can put butter on the top of the porridge to give it additional flavor. Hey, if you're not subscribed yet, smash the subscribe on the bell right now so you don't miss any latest videos that we upload. Then serve! If you want to know how to cook Filipino dish in an easiest way or to know some cooking and baking, check out the rest of our videos where you can find easy recipes to try at home. And let us know in the comment section what food you want us to try next, or if you tried this recipe. I love hearing from you guys. See you in the next videos, my dear repeaters. cold winter, rainy and windy weather. I know you are thinking of having a hot and savory satisfying soup that will snuggle you to comfort. One of the most soothing creamy soups so you could prepare and it's easy to make. Let's get started. Pound the garlic, 5 to 6 cloves. This is caramelized onion with capsicum that I made from burrito made in the previous video. Links in the description below. Set aside. $250 grams of pasta. You can use macaroni pasta, but in this recipe I will use whatever left in the cupboard. Break into 1 inch or a thumb size. Did you think I forgot? No, I didn't. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I am not here to teach you how to cook, but I'm gonna show you that anyone can cook. And when I say anyone can cook, I mean anyone can cook. And when I say anyone can cook, I mean anyone can cook. Set aside. Peel 3 medium carrots. Cut in the strips. Set aside. Now let's prepare the hot dogs, the red one if you prefer to use that. Sausages or cabana minis like this one, cut diagonally. Cabana, also known as cabanossi, originally is a long, thin, dry sausage usually made of pork which originated in Poland. In a casserole over medium to high heat, pour 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. Add the caramelized onion with bell pepper. Mix. Next, put the pounded garlic. Add the small diced celery stalk. Saute and mix well to infuse the flavor. Sprinkle with freshly ground black pepper. I repeat, freshly ground! Add 1 chicken cubes. Put in the carrots and sausages, mix until well combined. This is optional. You can put a teaspoon of chili flakes or 1 piece of bird's eye chili. Stir. Deglaze with a 1/4 cup of water to prevent sticking or burning from the bottom. Add 1 to 1.5 liters of water. A dash or a teaspoon of fish sauce. Watch the eggs. Boil the eggs in the same casserole. You can boil the eggs separately. It's up to you for your choice. Let it cook for about 7 minutes. While waiting for that to be cooked, let's assume that we've already cooked the 250 grams of chicken breast in a half a liter. Then shred the cooked chicken. Use the chicken stock in this recipe. Put in the pasta or macaroni. Add a bit more water, around 1 cup or so. Season that with salt according to desired saltiness and taste. Let it boil. Remove the eggs. Add in the shredded chicken. Put in 2/3 cup or less if you don't like creamy evaporated milk. Scoop an overflowing tablespoon of butter or margarine. Add into the casserole. Mix well until butter dissolves completely. Turn off the heat. Now let's do the plating, or should I say bowling. Add some cut spring onions. There you have it, rich, creamy chicken noodle soup. Serve while it's piping hot. If you want to know how to cook Filipino dish in an easiest way or to know some cooking and baking, links in the upper right, not left right now of this video. And let us know in the comment section what food you want us to try next or if you tried this recipe. I love hearing from you guys. See you in the next videos, my dear repeaters.
Back a year ago.
When they say when you go to an Asian store or Asian market, you will discover stuff that seems infrequent and peculiar. But they are not. Yes, they are not. You are just not familiar with what they are. The main ingredient in this recipe is one of them. These are pig's large intestines. I got these from the Asian butcher. It was nice to have them from there because these came out clean and the smell is not that awful. Soak in salted water for a short period of time. Set aside. Pound the garlic. 5 to 8 cloves. Set aside. Grate or pound 2 thumb size of ginger. Set aside. I only required a bit of cleaning by washing them and forget to give them a little massage. Add water until these are fully submerged. Add ginger and garlic. Salt and freshly ground black pepper. I repeat,
Freshly ground.
cook over high heat. Cover and let it boil. I am not here to teach you how to cook, but I'm going to show you that anyone can cook. And when I say anyone can cook, I mean anyone can cook. And when I say anyone can cook, I mean anyone can cook. When it's already boiling, flip it over. Turn to low heat. Let it cook until the intestines are fork tender. In a frying pan over medium to high heat, Put 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. Saute onion. Stir. Sprinkle with freshly ground black pepper. Add 2 chicken or beef bouillon cubes. Stir. Ginger is essential in this recipe since I've already added ginger while boiling the intestine. Later I'm going to show you how. Put in 1 to 1/4 cup of jasmine rice with 2 to 3 cups of water. Glutinous rice would be the best option, but in the absence of glutinous rice, jasmine rice is a great alternative. I rinsed this once. Don't rinse the rice too much, so you don't wash away the extra starch, which could make the porridge or pudding thick and starchy. Stir. Set aside and let it boil. Let's get back to the intestines. The easiest way to test if the food is tender enough is to use the fork poke test. When it's already tender, remove them from the casserole. Set aside and let it cool down. Remember, for those of you that have watched COOKreapEAT for a long time, but just a year, we are not wasting anything and we fairly use everything. So we will use the intestine broth for our porridge. Pour the sauteed porridge into the intestine broth. Pour slowly so that it won't splatter everywhere. Just add a little water in the other pan just to make sure we transfer every bits and pieces of rice. Cover and let it boil. When it's already boiling, give it a little stir. Sprinkle 2 to 3 tablespoons of fish sauce. Boil eggs in the same pan. Don't forget to wash the eggs. I put 4 eggs. You can add more if you desire. Gradually stir the porridge so the eggs will immerse in the bottom, or you can just cover them with rice. Cover with the lid and let it cook for about 5 to 8 minutes. Best tips on how to cook eggs perfectly over time. Start with room temperature eggs. Take note, refrigerating eggs is unnecessary. If you're in a country that's less crazy hot than in a tropical country, you will not have a problem leaving eggs in or on the cupboard. For this, we are going to cook them for 7 minutes. After 7 minutes, remove the eggs one by one from the pan. If the porridge is running out of water, add 1 to 4 cups of water. Remember that this recipe is so versatile that you can decide on the consistency of the porridge. Continuously stir the porridge until it thickens. Don't forget to add salt if necessary. Turn off the heat and then set aside. In a small mixing bowl, just combine a 1/4 cup of raw or washed sugar, any sugar will do, a 1/4 cup of ketchup or barbecue sauce, a 1/4 cup of oyster sauce, a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, and mix well. Add a dash of freshly ground pepper. Once more, once twice, freshly ground. Mix well then set aside. This serves as the barbecue sauce. In a clean surface, let us start to cut the intestine into bits and pieces, around 1/2 to 1 inch thick. Thread the pieces onto the skewer. Note, if you are using the classic bamboo skewer, let them soak for 20 to 30 minutes into the water before threading the meat. Make sure that they are fully submerged. This will keep the skewer from burning easily. Once done, set aside. Place the foil onto the grate. Arrange the barbecue in a preheated grill. It can be gas or charcoal. Place under over a hot grill 3 to 5 minutes on each side. When the intestine is already sizzling, coat them with the barbecue sauce until fully covered. Put under the grill, then let it cook. Hey, if you're not subscribed yet, smash the subscribe button and the bell right now so you don't miss any latest videos that we upload. Repeat the same process by flipping it into the other side. For the dipping sauce recipe, please check the description below. Now, let's do the plating, or should I say bowling. If you want to know how to cook Filipino dish in an easiest way or to know some cooking and baking, check out the rest of our videos where you can find easy recipes to try at home. And let us know in the comment section what food you want us to try next or if you tried this recipe. I love hearing from you guys. Then serve! Enjoy! See you in the next videos, my dear repeaters! I rarely find carrot cakes that I really love, but this one is a very soft moist cake, sweetened with raisins or sultanas, pineapple, carrots, and walnuts for a nutty flavored cake. Melt 125 grams of butter in the microwave oven. Oops! 4 eggs just appeared. Then in the same container, pour 125 milliliters of cooking oil or vegetable oil. So the total fat or oil is 250 millimeters. Set aside. Cakes need fat to make them soft and tender. For cakes like carrot cake that have flavor from other ingredients, I find flavorless oil is the best choice. In this recipe, I prefer to mix butter and cooking oil. I don't have crushed pineapple, so we are using this pineapple chunk. Don't do the pineapple syrup or the pineapple juice. You can put some ice to make a pineapple juice, or you can just drink it right away. Then roughly chop to bake a 1 cup of crushed pineapple. Peel 2 or 3 large carrots. If you have some carrots like this one with blackish skin on it, don't chuck them in the bin. You'll be surprised that when you peel the carrot, it's still perfectly fine on the inside. Before we proceed to grating the carrots, let's prepare the raisins or sultanas. Measure a cup of raisin. The raisin that I have are in a single consume packet, so we need to measure a cup of it. Transfer in a container. Pour in lukewarm water. Set aside. Let's start grating the carrots. It's not clear when carrot cakes first started being baked and eaten, but documents show that carrot puddings were made in medieval times across Europe, where the sweetness of the carrots made up for the lack of pricey ingredients such as sugar or dried fruits. Recipes in the UK date as late 16th century, and George Washington was said to be served carrot tea cake in Lower Manhattan, New York in 1783, where the American Revolution dated as too. Preheat the oven slightly higher temperature to 240 degrees Celsius. The reason for this, particularly if you have a large oven, is to cover for the heat loss when you will go start baking. The longer an oven is preheated, the smaller the fluctuations become. In a large mixing bowl, put in the measured oil. Then add 1.5 cups or 2 cups of sugar. Dark brown sugar, if you have in the cupboard, is even better to give extra depth to this classic recipe. Mix well until blended. Use a balloon whisk to whisk together until well combined. And I'm not talking about the whisk with a balloon on the top. Add 4 pieces of eggs. Reasons to avoid mistakes on cracking eggs. The first reason is that cracking eggs directly into a recipe is sure to have eggshells floating around. Second, if you crack a rotten egg directly into a recipe by mistake, it ruins the entire batter. Cracking the eggs separately from a mixed recipe limits the contamination of a rotten egg. Then you can discard the putrid eggs and add a fresh batch to the recipe. Add a cup of crushed pineapple. Blend well. Put in 2 cups of grated carrots. Mix well until blended. Drain the water from raisins. Tap out the excess water. In the recipe mixture, add a teaspoon of cinnamon powder and a teaspoon of nutmeg and a dash of salt. Mix well. Put in a teaspoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of baking soda. Mix well. Measure 2 cups of plain flour by scooping them. And level it with the back of a knife or bread knife. Add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Mix well until fully blended, but do not overmix the batter. When cake batter is overmixed, it creates a dense, weak cake. The cake will be fragile as the protein structure was weakened by too much mixing. An overmixed one will likely be gummy, chewy, and unpleasant. Eventually, the density and weakness of the cake may cause it to collapse. Though overmixing it can be easy to do, especially if you are new to baking, it can easily ruin your cake. Add the raisins or sultanas. And let us know in the comment section what food you want us to try next, or if you tried this recipe. I love hearing from you guys. Prepare the loaf pan. You can use 2 of 9x5 pans. Grease them by using the spray thingy like this one, or use the brush by dipping it to the melted butter. Line it with baking or wax paper. Pour the batter mixture into the loaf pan. After you've poured the batter in the cake tin, drop or tap the cake pan on the kitchen counter a couple of times to force the air in the mixture to come to the surface. Prepare 2 handfuls of walnuts by vigorously hand crushing them. Sprinkle them on top of the cake batter mixture. Make sure you pop the cake batter in a preheated oven straight away, as in letting it sit will cause the ingredients to interact differently than they should. Turn the heat to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Celsius Fahrenheit. Bake for about 45 to 50 minutes. When testing to see if a cake is done, a toothpick or a BBQ stick is the go-to tool. For the classic cake toothpick test, you simply insert a wooden toothpick near the center of the cake. If the toothpick comes out clean, the cake is done. Then if it needs to cook again, just pop them in for another 10 to 15 minutes. Then you remove it from the oven. Let it cool for 15 minutes in the pan and then transfer to a wire rack to cool completely. Be sure to subscribe and check out the rest of our videos where you can find easy recipes to try at home. If you want to know how to cook Filipino dish in the easiest way or to know some cooking and baking, links in the upper right of this video. You can now slice them into your desired thickness. If you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed making it, please do remember to give a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and of course hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our latest updates. Moment of silence, please. Bye-bye to all of my repeaters. That is all from COOKreapEAT. See you in the next videos, my dear repeaters. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. Hi repeaters! This no-bake recipe is intended to make use of graham crackers that you feel they can be used for s'mores. It's delicious and very simple to make with layers of cream, condensed milk, and it's perfect for fresh ripe mangoes and of course the graham cracker. Yes, that's it. It's made only with 4 ingredients. But the process will take an overnight in the fridge because it's better to eat when it's already chilled. This is very similar to Italian tiramisu, but it is more kids-friendly because it's coffee-free and fruit-flavored tiramisu. This is mango graham cake, also known as mango float. This cake is so popular in the Philippines, especially when mangoes are in season. I am not here to teach you how to cook, but I'm gonna show you that this dessert is so easy to bake even if you are not a cook. Grab yourself a cutting board and a sharp knife, then slice mango off the pit. Apparently, Filipino mango, aka Carabao mango, is named after the animal, or Manila mango is the sweetest mango I've ever tasted, compared to the other varieties that's grown in the Philippines. But when I tasted the other varieties from other countries, it really changes my mind. Or I guess Filipino mango was not available when I started working abroad. I am speaking on behalf of my mom, by the way. But if it is, it's expensive, means I am not willing to pay at a higher price. I guess we all have different taste palettes and we are always seeking change at a level of indulgence with food, which only new varieties can bring. Let me know in the comment down below what variety of mango do you have in your country that you can be proud of. I love hearing from you guys. Kensington, R2E2, and Calypso are the types of mangoes that are very popular here in Australia, which I kinda love to eat too. To remove the flesh from the peel, get a sturdy tricky clasp like this one and line up the curve of the mango with the lip of the glass. Press down so the edge of the glass glides in between the mango's flesh and peel. That's easy. Repeat the same procedure until the glass is full, and then transfer into a bigger container. Fruitful info. The most expensive mangoes are named as Tayo no Tomago, or Eggs of Sunshine, that are farmed in Miyazaki Prefecture in Japan that are from Irvin mango variety, a type often referred to as an apple mango, and it turns red when it's ripe. This pair of mangoes are sold for 500,000 yen, which is a little over 5,000 Australian dollars. Yeah, I agree with you that this type of mangoes is obviously grown in other parts of the world and sold very cheap. The Tayo no Tomago is so expensive because of the care it receives. Cut into thinly slices, either horizontally or vertically. You can slice them diagonally too, your choice. Put back into the same container. Sorry, the video is out of focus. Now it's better. Hey, if you're not subscribed yet, smash the subscribe button and the bell right now so you don't miss any latest videos that we upload. Let us start to whip the cream. It can be double cream, all-purpose cream, heavy cream, or mascarpone. As for one of the jokes, it's not whipped cream until it's whipped by whips.
Whipped cream isn't whipped cream at all unless it's been whipped with whips.
Whichever is more accessible to you. You can use a stand or hand mixer, or you can do it by hand. Make sure that the cream is just come out of the fridge. This way the cream will beat up so much faster. In this recipe, we want to have more stiff and stabilized cream. It's already transforming its texture, almost like an oobleck, the runny oobleck. At this point, keep an eyeball on it. Here we can see. It's now holding its shape. Observe that there's lots of definition on it. Cloudy, foamy, and frothy. Open a can of condensed milk. Slowly pour in the cream. Start with a quarter of a can. Add extra to your desired sweetness. Note, better add little by little than build your sweetness rather than adding too much in the beginning. Fold the condensed milk into the mixture using a spatula. Begin with slow motions of scooping the spatula around the mixture into the edge of the bowl and then flip the spatula over so that tucking in all the ingredients. Then pull the spatula down the middle to evenly integrate all the ingredients. It could be a figure of 8. It's vital to do this cautiously. We don't want to break all the air bubbles that we incorporated while beating all the ingredients together beforehand. Just keep repeating the process. The ingredients are getting mixed all together properly. There you have it. That's the process on how to fold. Let's prepare the graham crackers. We are using this takeaway container with a lid. Put a layer of cream mixture at the bottom of this container. You can use any similar container or baking dish. Then, add up a layer of graham crackers. You can slice the crackers if they exceed the unfilled space. Arrange them accordingly. Fill in the gaps with trimmed crackers. Then, Then top with a layer of mango slices until it covers entirely. Do not hesitate to rearrange if needed. Using a barbecue stick, slightly glide the mango slice to stuff an entire layer. Then repeat the same procedure. Have you ever thought why they call them graham crackers? Let me tell you the horrible history of these crackers. It was named after a man named Sylvester Graham. Yay! But wait, don't be excited too much yet. Graham crackers didn't start as a sugary snack. Initially, they tasted like a cardboard consist of unbleached flour, wheat germ, and bran, and certainly no sugar. Then, the Graham cracker was born. He's a 19th century minister who believes that eating fatty food, alcohol, and meat led to lust, greed, and beep, aka crazy urges. His premise and his crackers gained popularity with his followers called themselves as Grahamites. But as time goes by, his theories perceived as fanatism, and sooner or later his popularity faded. He died in 1851, then Graham, whatever you want to call it, crackers, tapped out container to get rid of the trapped air. Commenced the change, went to many alterations until National Biscuit Company, now known as Nabisco, came to and effectively sweetened the cardboard-tasted cracker with honey, cinnamon, and chocolate as a flavored cracker. For the final layer, put a generous amount of whipped cream mixture, spread all over until fully covered. Flatten the surface of the cream, then set aside. In a bowl or a jar, put around 8 to 10 pieces of crackers. Break them into pieces so it will fit in this container. Crush using this rolling pin, or you can put them in a plastic bag, then smash the crackers using an empty bottle of wine or any glass bottle. Make sure that you don't break the glass. When the crackers are already pulverized like this one, grab the mango graham and start to put the crushed graham crackers to cover the entire container. Repeat the same procedure for the rest of the cake. Set aside. And if you want to know how to cook Filipino dish in the easiest way or to know some cooking and baking, check out the rest of our videos where you can find easy recipes to try at home. Cover with the lid and then put them in the fridge. An overnight of waiting for dessert is definitely worth the wait. And let us know in the comment section what food you want us to try next, or any questions, put them down below. We'll try to answer them. I love hearing from you guys. Bye-bye to all of my repeaters. See you in the next videos, my dear repeaters. That is all for COOKreapEAT.